What is considered socially unacceptable for no reason? Accepting something that someone offered you. This is mostly in the Middle East, I think. But it's really frustrating for foreigners because a foreigner will never know the correct time to accept an offer. If someone offers to buy you dinner, there is a very delicate balance of refusing and accepting. You have to refuse like 4 to 5 times. But if you refuse more than that, you'll also offend the other person. But if you don't refuse it several times adamantly, then you'll look greedy and selfish. If they fail to offer it insistently for like 4 to 5 times, they'll look like they didn't mean the offer and they aren't generous. A lot of Middle Easterners are shocked when they come to a Western country, and they say something like, "Hey, let me pay for this," and the other person says, "Oh, okay, thanks." Shocked Pikachu face. It takes a while to get used to the fact that Westerners will just take you up on the offer. At first it feels like Westerners are greedy and they want to take advantage of your generosity. But that's not the case. It's just a different culture and it makes more sense to accept an offer straight up, instead of the whole theater production first. But Middle Eastern people need that theater production to feel everyone's been proper and polite. Playing pretend as an adult without kids involved. There is nothing wrong with an adult man building with Legos and setting up an epic adventure with them that plays out in his head as something amazing. It's escapism and very calming. Even in adults it stimulates the mind to have a self-made adventure where everything is what I want. Pooping in a public bathroom. It's not necessarily unacceptable, but it's something that always elicits a reaction of discomfort and often disapproval. I've definitely heard people loudly exclaim that they could tell someone just took a shit in the bathroom, acting all disgusted. I mean, they didn't shit on the floor. They went to the proper pooping receptacle. It just shouldn't mean anything and shouldn't be worth commenting on. People poop in bathrooms. If you're in a public bathroom and you didn't know it, that's where people poop. Stop acting surprised when a bathroom smells like people did what people do in bathrooms. There are a ton of rules around clothing that are completely arbitrary nonsense. And I don't even just mean workplace dress codes and gendered clothing that are obvious bullshit. Even in casual situations, jeans and a flannel shirt are normal, but if you wore plaid flannel pajama pants and a denim shirt, you would look psychotic. Having fun as an adult. Fun has no expiration date. You don't suddenly no longer qualify for fun and have to live a life of watching the news and drinking coffee. People shame adults for doing fun things, and that's absolute fucking bullshit. My dad gets super offended when I put my elbows on the table. I still don't know why. Edit, for those of you wondering if it's cause my dad was beaten for not having table manners, no. While my grandpa was a drunk, he didn't beat his children. Plus, my dad puts his elbows on the table and doesn't reprimand anyone but me. He flicks or hits my elbows at the table when I do it. According to a recent post on Reddit, apparently it's not okay for a man to show affection toward his son. Also, hats indoors. No one has given me a valid reason why I need to tell students to take their hats off. 40+ male at a playground. Yes, I have no partner. Yes, that's my 6-year-old kid having a blast. No, I'm not a pedo, but thank you for your questions and passive glares. Therapy. Life is stressful. Work is stressful. You don't have to be mentally ill to see if a therapist. If you are mentally ill, congratulations on working up the courage to do so. Drinking soup, mostly referring to soup that's mostly broth/cream, directly from a cup or mug and foregoing the unnecessary spoon. We'll never understand it. Not having social media, or a date not having social media. It's like, really, you think they're hiding something compared to the posers you do have the option of stalking? Cute. Eating something that's totally possible in one bite. People like me take the most enjoyment out of eating something in one big bite, but other people say that I shouldn't do it, and I should eat it in a lot of bites to take the most enjoyment out of it. Seriously, it's not like I don't enjoy the cake, people, it's just that I like it so much that I eat it really fast. Doing childish things. People aren't time bombs and magically hate cartoons or roller coasters or any color outside of the monochromatic black or white values. It isn't bad to enjoy playing a bit of My Little Pony fighting as magic after tucking your kid in. Let people enjoy things. People don't live forever, and being thrown into an arbitrary box prevents people from enjoying what they, legally and safely, wish to enjoy. So this might be a weird one, but I've seen a lot of the adjusting boobs/balls act. As a woman, Sometimes when I fart the bubble gets stuck in the front and I have to do a weird stretch/walk or literally get handsy to get it out because it's super uncomfortable to walk around with a bubble in my vagina. I'd kiff it's just me, but it happens lol. Fixing a wedgie. Women scratching their crotches, we itch sometimes too. Declining an invitation simply because you don't want to go. Not wanting to make small talk at work, or talk at all for that matter. At work I don't really speak when I come in the morning. I'll acknowledge a good morning but prefer nothing be said to me and vice versa. Going on vacation by yourself. Solo dining. Hanging at a park at night. Watching children play. Hating your own mother. Seriously, some of us have horribly cruel and abusive mothers. All my life I've learned to keep my mouth shut about it because I would be condemned for daring to express my feelings. Hating your mother is taboo for no good reason and it's fucking ridiculous. Not saying bless you when someone sneezes. I feel gross when I sneeze. Don't draw attention to me. Also, I'm atheist, so bless you is right up there with sending thoughts and prayers for me. Staying off social media. People act like you're a psychopath and then have 100 questions because you don't have Instagram or Facebook. I'm like, maybe it's so nosy people like you don't have access to details about my life that I don't want you to have. Prostitution. I never understood why it was illegal. If people want to have sex for money, by all means it's their body and right to do so. They should just have to apply for a license and treat it like a self-employed status on tax returns. Speaking about therapeutic, medicinal, or recreational use of psychedelics, drugs in general. Due to the unfortunate stigma drugs have, substances such as LSD, psilocybin, ketamine, DMT, etc. are also looked down upon by a large part of society. To be used safely, I think setting, knowledge, dose and purity, and a few other factors as well, are an absolute necessity, and these drugs can be vastly more beneficial than harmful. Talking about things or aspects of yourself that you're proud of to people. If you're doing it with the intention of inflating your ego, then yeah, don't do that. Thank God that's socially unacceptable. But talking about your own self-love, which is important for any individual, to others or whatever, I think it's important to have a sense of pride in the things you do, because that means it's important to you, even if you suck at it objectively. Pineapple on pizza. As a culinary student I gotta say, I think people dislike this because it's a fun harmless thing to dislike. And or you legit don't care for the flavor combo. But as a flavor profile, adding the sweet acidity of pineapple to a salted/cured meat on top of a wonderful milky cheese, tomato base and bread? It's a freaking symphony compared to most pizza standards.